Got something I want to talk about today. I'm gonna be releasing something here pretty soon. I've been kind of like backing off my presence a little bit, getting some things together. I know I put a video up. Let's see, it was probably about a month ago or so, where I was talking about being true to myself, being more aligned with my authentic self and content that I was putting out, and more so the audience that I was trying to reach. I've been like a blue collar type kind of person my whole life. I was raised driving a tractor. I was raised farming. I learned how to drive a tractor before I learned how to drive anything else. And so like blue collar has always been in my blood. And when I started coaching, I felt like I had to reach a certain particular type of crowd. And I got away from more of who I was at my core. And content just wasn't really flowing. Things just weren't really coming because I wasn't really staying true to who I am. And even the kind of like coaching thing wasn't playing at all. I haven't really told my story a whole lot, but I've been in coaching for a long time. I've been in fitness and nutrition my entire life. I was raised in a fucking gym. My mom and her husband were professional bodybuilders back in the early 80s. So during the Lee Haney days, the Dorian Yates days, I was raised around bodybuilding. I could write a nutrition plan when I was 5 years old because I would sit in with my stepdad when he would do coaching and personal training. And so I knew all about it. I've been around it my whole life. When I was 20 years old, I was a personal trainer at Bally's for several years until I had this kind of fork in the road where it was either follow the fitness and nutrition or follow this career opportunity that I had with, getting my Class A CDL, driving truck for a place that I knew I was going to make 6 figures a year, and that was guaranteed. Or, like I said, the coaching job, where back then your option was be a personal trainer at a commercial gym, which is what I was, and I hated it because I had to fit in their box basically. And even back then, my style of training was completely different than what everybody else. I still had the same style of training that I have now that I back then. It's just evolved a lot more. I've learned a lot more. But I went the road of going with the commercial driver's license and doing that because I was 23 years old, I was 25 at the time. I had a 2-year-old daughter, and you just were living off of fucking macaroni and cheese, and that was it. And I was like, you know what, this is what I gotta do. I have to make this decision. So I did that for years. When I got into strongman, I got into coaching people with strongman and powerlifting too. So I was coaching high-level strength athletes for years, doing that as well. And I got to where I wanted to get in strongman. I just didn't have any goals after that. I didn't have any goals after that, so I fell off and went through my whole depression thing and the whole dark night of the soul and trying to find myself, spiritual awakening. And I ended up doing that and went back into training. And one day I was just out riding my bike, and I got a message from a higher source that was basically like, your calling, you're not living up to your calling, you're not living up to your purpose. And it was basically like, you have to be a coach, you have to help people. And it wasn't really even fitness and nutrition, because that's not what I wanted to do, but it was more, you have to like help other people heal like you had healed. I was kind of like really into like, my mindset was like plant medicines, helping people through using plant medicines. And I was like, well, I was talking about with Julian, I was like, how am I going to become a shaman? I can't like move to South America right now and just drop everything and become a shaman and, this plant medicine stuff. And that's when I kind of figured out, with the help of Bonnie, it was like, well, no, you be a coach. You help people with fitness and nutrition. Fitness and nutrition inside and out. That's what helps save you. That's what helps save your life. So that's what you're going to carry on. And so, help of Bonnie, it was like, well, no, you be a coach. You help people with fitness and nutrition inside and out. That's what helps save you. That's what helps save your life. So that's what you're going to carry on. And so with that backstory, I started the coaching and doing, I was kind of like, I got wrapped up into this whole, I guess maybe it was like the online persona or whatever, the ego kind of kicking in, where it's like, oh, they drive Lamborghinis, they do this, sites where, I was looking at in my world were those kind of people. And there's nothing different between that and that. That's not me. I don't live that lifestyle. It goes for right now, even still. I went to bed Sunday night and somebody called and said, hey, you just got $100 million deposited into your account, it's yours. I would still wake up at 2 a.m. Or actually, I'd wake up at whatever time I wake up at 3 a.m. I'd wake up at 3 a.m. or 2:30. Well, no, Mondays I wake up at 3 a.m. So I'd wake up at 3 a.m. I would go do my ruck march. I would get ready for work. I'd go to work, do my ruck march, and then I would do my job. I would still do that job. I don't really see myself ever really wanting to leave doing garbage man. It's what I love to do. Even if I was a billionaire, that was something I want to do. I like blue blood in me. And so those are the people that I want to help. I want to help those other blue collar men who are in the position that I'm in, where they work 10, 11, 12-hour days. They don't really feel like they have time to take care of themselves, but they have like the work ethic. They have that blue collar moral. So blue collar people have just like a different mindset in the world. But what bothers me is that blue collar men feel like they gotta like be the fucking roughneck. I get off and I drink every day and I party and I drink my beers because I'm a blue collar guy. That's what blue collar men do. I'm a construction worker, so I gotta go to happy hour after work every day and drink with the boys. And you got a fucking family, you got a wife, you got kids, you got people that depend on you. You're not a fucking little boy anymore. Yes, you do a blue collar job, you do a labor job, and that's great. That's what I love to do. I love having a fucking blue collar job. I love building things with my hands. I love doing things with my hands. But you're not a fucking teenager anymore, dude. You fucking have a family. You have to be your best self. Now you get off work, you go to the gym, you take care of yourself, you take care of your body, you take care of your mind. So that way you can go and be your best self for when you get off work. And you can give that best version to your family. But that's where I got into the point to where, you know what, I need to focus on helping people like myself that have my morals, that have my work ethic, that have my mindset, and want to do what I want to. They want to become the best version of themselves, but they don't feel like they have time. They work that 11, 12-hour day. They're tired. They have a demanding job. But I want to show them that, hey, if you eat right, if you take care of yourself, you have plenty of time. If you plan your day, I've had to learn how to plan my days. I've had to plan my mornings. I've had a night routine. I've had to do all this stuff to make my time more efficient so I can get everything done. LCO. So I'm going to be coming out. Me and Bonnie, we're rebranding right now. I'm changing the name from Hybrid Life Athlete to Eddie's Fitness, where we create highly valuable blue collar men. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to help these blue collar men drop their fucking mindset of, I'm a blue collar roughneck, I gotta get off and drink, I gotta have this $90,000 truck that I can't afford, I gotta do all this stupid shit because I'm a blue collar man. They have that dug into their mindset, and it's like, no, you can be a very high value man, a very high man. You are a performance athlete at your job. When I first started my job, they called us industrial athletes. And you go and you look at garbage men now, and there ain't one fucking athlete in that building, because everyone's got that persona of, oh, they just, sit in the truck all day and they let themselves go. There's not one athlete, and I bet you every one of them would do a lot better and would be a lot happier if they did get back to that athlete mentality, because that's exactly what we do as a fucking blue collar worker. You have to be a high performance person. Your body is a high performance machine as a blue collar worker. If you've ever gone out there and swung a hammer all fucking day, you understand that your body is a high performance machine. If you do what I did as a garbage man, where you're hustling for 10 hours a day, snatching 100-pound fucking garbage cans and dumping them one after the other, your body is a high fucking performance machine. And I want to show other men out there to stop with the fucking bullshit, stop with their fucking antics of eating fucking 7-Eleven hot dogs for lunch, I see it all the time. I see people pull up before the start of their day, and every fucking 7-Eleven is full of fucking people going to their fucking job, grabbing pizza and hot dogs and all that bullshit. Stop that shit. And so that's what we're doing. We're gonna be rebranding and getting back to basically my values and my core beliefs and who I am as a person at my core, and delivering that to everyone out there. Let's see, Victor's here. Let's see. We got about 20 minutes. We can jump into some stuff here. But yeah, that's what I got going on. We're gonna be working on rebranding and getting everything out, staying true to our core. And everybody thinks I'm nuts because I still told them that. Because I told them that I was like, yeah, I'm in coaching now. We got a message from a higher source, basically God told me, hey, you need to become a coach. And so I fucking got rid of my apartment, moved out, and just started learning how to do this. People think I'm crazy. Maybe I am. I know I'm living my purpose. I know that much. What's crazy